Show me.
I'm the martial arts film freak, and I watched Sanak. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I promise.
I want commandos and bomb squads here. Post one se baat karo snipers ke liye.
साला हम तुमको मोगैम्बो समझ रहे थे तुम तो रैम्बो निकले
We have an uninvited guest in the building. You find that bastard in that black pouch.
Zubin, are you ready to kill bad guys?
I was born ready, uncle.
Sanak is a 2021 Indian film, just popped up on Hulu. It is directed by Kanishk Varma, starring the awesome, very talented Vidyut Jamwal, Rukmini Maitra, Neha Dupia, Danielle Balconi, Ivy Haralson, Chandan Roy, and Chandan Roy Sanyal. Yeah. Sanak is about Vidyut Jamwal and his wife, his wife has some sort of brain condition. I don't know what it was. I will tell you why I don't know what it was in a minute. So she's in the hospital. She is actually good to go home, when terrorist attack, sort of, the hostage situation. Some terrorists come in, Die Hard style, hold everyone in the hospital hostage, and Jamwal just happened to be there, our hero. Dude's a badass. Dude's gotta swoop into action, save the day, get his wife and everybody out of there. It's very Die Hard, but I'll tell you what, it's a good Die Hard. It's been a while since we've had like a good Die Hard clone. Been a good while. Oh yeah. You need to leave. You are just terrible. You should go. I won't talk much about the story elements of this movie, as I said earlier, I didn't know what the wife's brain condition was, and the reason for that is this was on Hulu. I was very excited to watch it, but there were no subtitles. The Hulu offered no subtitles at all, not even dubbing. So this was all in Hindi, and then every other sentence somebody would say something in English because they are bilingual. So I pretty much went off of anything somebody said in English and the context of a situation, and I watched the movie that way. So I don't know a majority of the plot elements. I don't know why she was in the hospital exactly. He himself, our hero, has some sort of heart condition. I don't know what it is. I don't know why the terrorists were there. There was an old man that they were talking to. I suppose, if I had to guess anything, that's maybe the main villain's father? I really don't know. So since I don't know much about the story elements, I will not focus too much on it. The one thing I will say I did enjoy is our hero's heart condition. I like that it's not something that just came up once. He doesn't just have one panic attack or something, or his heart starts beating and he starts feeling pain. It's not like it happens once and it never happens again. No, it happens a few times throughout the movie, and he has to take medicine, or he has to calm down, or he has to do something, because stressful situations will just suddenly make him start, really not feeling good. And what's more stressful than having to get your wife and hostages out of a hostage terrorist situation? It's very stressful. But instead of talking about a bunch of story elements that I don't even know what they were about, let's just go ahead and get straight into the action. I freaking loved the action in this movie. One thing that really helped is that every bad guy, every henchman, everyone was a black belt badass. I'm talking everybody from anybody with a gun to the tech guy. The dude on the computer gets up, oh my god, he was awesome. What this helps with is not every fight is just hero comes in, bop, win, go. Hero comes in, bop, win, go. It's not just a whole bunch of easy fights until he gets to the main villain and that's the struggle. No. Every fight in this movie was a scrap, was good. The fight scenes in this movie made me pop like I was watching wrestling. Just so many amazing moments that had me just freaking out. At one point, one of the henchmen bad guys just straight up hits a Guyver kick, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And then another guy shortly after that, another henchman, the tech guy, straight up long vaults, huge jump, spinning back kick across the room to our hero. Like, he looked like frickin', I think, Casanova Wong in Warriors 2. Like, just, it was dope, and I loved it. It wasn't just big moves, too. Like, it was genuine great choreography mixed in with the good big moves. Like, it was perfectly executed in many areas. Just great choreography, great choreography, great choreography, big move. Great choreography, big move. That's the way you want it to be. The choreography was also extremely creative. It was not just really well done and technical at parts. There's one fight in a physical therapy room, and they utilize the room. They utilize a exercise ball. They utilize workout straps. Just everything in the room is put to use, and that is wonderful. This movie it's just creatively done. It was also felt like it was referencing other kung fu movies. Like, a scene like that definitely feels like, of course, like it's referencing Jackie Chan. There were a few other points. There was a fight in a storage room with 3 guys. Loved this fight scene, in which somebody accidentally turns on a tank of methane. So now everyone in the room is covering their mouths. Everyone in the room is covering their face. And at one point he gets an oxygen mask, and now everyone's fighting for the oxygen mask. This felt just like the Jet Li versus Colin Chow fight scene in Bodyguard from Beijing. There was also another point that was also very hard-boiled with a baby running through a hospital. The baby was not running. He had a baby going through a burning hospital. Just, I love catching things that I'm like, are you trying to reference something? Because if you are, kudos, I love it. But also, the action was not just references. The action was wonderful. My only complaint with the action in this movie is that it ends on a little bit of a down note in terms of the action. Like, the high points have been met, and they are very good high points. I absolutely love them. But the final fight scenes, there were some cool moments. There was a little bit of really good stuff with one of the bad guys towards the final act. But it's really dark. It's in a really dark part of the building, and just nothing amazing happens in that ending. I do like how he evades and survives the final big action sequence. I did enjoy that, but you want it to end on a huge finale fight scene, and it was a good fight scene. It didn't reach the heights of the fight scenes previous, and they were really dark, kind of hard to see. I legit turned off the light in my room and was just like, let's turn this off. And because sometimes it helps, you don't get that glare on the TV, you can just turn it off, whatever. But it helped. It was just really dark, not as bad as seasons of Daredevil dark, but pretty dark. One thing I will say about the story elements is this movie knows when to utilize the drama of a situation, whether the drama be him and his wife, or the drama being the situation in which the terrorists send out a little girl in a bomb vest to go give a walkie-talkie to a police officer. And just the look on this little girl's face as she's making eye contact with the cop, it was heavy, and it worked really, really well. Stuff like that, this movie really knows when to utilize the dramatic elements that way. But this movie was definitely just there to be martial arts Die Hard. Better than any martial arts Die Hard movie I think I've seen. And it was a good one. A few slow moments, where I'm like, all right, let's pick up the pace a little bit. But for the most part, I really did enjoy it. I'm going to give Sanak. Oh, this is kind of hard. I'm going to give it 4.25 elevator shafts out of 5. I think it's 4.25 because even though it could have been higher also if I understood most of what they were saying, but because there was no subtitles, I was just going off with what context and everything. But if I'd understood anything, I'm not really taking much of that into effect. But the slow elements, the areas where it got kind of slow, and I'm like, all right, let's move along and move along. All you got to do is keep it strong, move along. Yes, I was that kid. And then just if it would have ended on a higher note, the final kill of the main bad guy I did quite enjoy. I thought it was cool, but the fight leading up to that did not do it for me. There were so many amazing moments, that I was like, oh my god, that was great, that was so good, and then it just ends and I'm like, can you do that again? Can you do it over? Can you bring back some of that stuff from earlier in the movie and put it here? Honestly, that was good. If the movie would have put that final fight scene earlier in the movie and then put some of the other fight scenes at the tail end, that probably would have been perfect. but it didn't do that. It ended the movie on some lesser fight scenes. Maybe they were good, they were just too dark for me to see. They utilized a little too much slow motion for my liking, but they were okay. If the movie would have done those things, I would have liked it a lot more, but I still really liked it. That's my vocabulary, saying really a lot. What did you think of Sanak? Have you seen it? It is on Hulu. You just have to watch it without any subtitles, without much English at all. They speak very little English, which is, I mean, that's, you know, it's an Indian film, but there's no subtitles, and I really wish there would have been subtitles. But I really enjoyed it. The fight scenes were just absolutely incredible, fantastic. It's one of the best I've seen this year, despite having a little bit of a lackluster ending. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. What is the best thing you've seen this year? Tell me that too. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Head over to Facebook, where there is the Martial Arts Film Freak Facebook page, Instagram, Martial Arts Film Freak, Tristan_Glover on the Twitter, Martial Arts Film Freak on TikTok. Yes, that one. That one's so important. It's not important. Good. I don't care. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.